Welcome back. You're watching Big Deal, and we have the top team of Bank of America, Merill, Lynch, right here with us in our studios. So coming back to the discussion that we left us with, of course, your area is extremely competitive. I mean, leave aside the Indian banks, even in the foreign bank space, you have huge amount of competition. Is your pricing under pressure because of that, and how do you deal with that kind of a competition? What do you have to offer which others don't?
See, I think competition has been there for the last several years. If it's not the same competition, it's new competition that keeps, coming in. So whether it's on the investment banking side or the corporate banking side of the business, there is competition, and competition is obviously driving, pricing pressure down. How do we stay ahead? What we do is we have a focused client base, and we want to work with that client base. Our idea here is to essentially bring up, good ideas with a terrific execution, behind those ideas, to win business. Obviously, it's tough. It's not easy. I never said it was easy, but we've stayed ahead, of the game for a long time, and with the same strategy, we expect to, actually continue to hopefully stay ahead.
How do you fight with Japanese banks who have such low cost of capital?
So we don't necessarily compete only on price. All right. I mean, if a deal makes sense on returns, we're happy to do it. But we're not there to fight pricing. And we're sometimes happy to let a deal go. I wouldn't say happy. We just would let a deal go in case it doesn't meet our return requirements. But the idea is to be ahead of the curve, generate the idea for the client, and then win the business. And hopefully the client recognizes that and pays us, what we deserve.
So Raj, what are the changing trends in the M&A side post-demonetization? Is there a huge change already that you're seeing, especially in financial services companies? Is there a dip in the valuation that we see going forward?
See, I think, as I said before, demonetization will have a short-term impact. On the other hand, if you're looking at M&A deals, the process for getting an M&A deal done typically takes 4 to 6 months at the minimum. So does the short-term impact of demonetization have any kind of an impact on M&A? I think not. I think longer term, however, it's a big positive, because it, together with GST and together with some of the other reforms that the government has come up with over the last 2 or 3 years, are making India a much more cleaner place to do business. And I think that would be a big positive for any foreign investor looking to come into India. So from that perspective, I see it as a long-term positive for our M&A business. I think similarly for Indian companies, as the economy gets on a more stable keel, government finances are better off. You will see interest rates coming down. And if interest rates come down, the investment cycle picks up. That gives people the confidence to go out and do cross-border outbound deals. And we are seeing at least the green shoots of that today. So I think demonetization, I would not treat it as one single event, but it's a part of a process of reforms. And that process of reforms, I think, is very positive for the M&A business and for the economy as a whole.
So I want to delve more on the financial investor. FII sell-off is something that we've seen in the market. It is also adding to the market volatility and the downtrend that we have seen. So what do you have to say about the financial investors coming in for any capital market transactions that may happen? Are they looking to put their money on the table, or is it wait and watch for some time?
See, I think if you look at this year, and I think it's the same point that I made again, you have periods of volatility. And clearly the volatility has been driven by multiple factors. The fact that US rates have started moving up in the last few weeks, that obviously triggers flows back to the US. But if you look at where the Indian economy is positioned versus virtually every other economy in the world, I would say the two bright spots in the world economy are the US and India. And I think foreign investors will recognize that, and so those flows will return. So I think you have to just be focused on getting your business right, and then look for the opportunities when people feel confident to put money to work. And
all right, so you're saying that there's no such trend. If the company is good and the deal is good, then it will have money.
Correct.
Okay, that's a very positive sign. But which are the sectors which are looking most active? You said that there could be outbound M&A as well. Which are the sectors or the type of companies which are looking at that?
So clearly in the last couple of years, pharma has been one sector which has been very active. And I think I do expect to continue to see outbound transactions in such export-oriented sectors, be they pharma, auto components, maybe even IT services. You will see people going ahead and doing deals in those sectors. But I do think India Inc. is also starting to think more strategically about outbound M&A.
Yes.
And as their businesses get into better keel in India, that confidence comes back. And I do hope that during 2017 we will see some big announcements in other sectors as well.
Other sectors meaning?
Industrials, broadly defined.
All right. So we have pretty much seen a broad-based M&A strategy right now. Pretty much every company has, every type of sector has been involved in it. Going forward, is consolidation going to still be the theme going forward? And how do we see the debt-laden deals panning out?
Yeah. So if you look at the theme for M&A in India over the last 2 to 3 years, it's clearly been about domestic consolidation. That's been the biggest theme. You have seen companies making portfolio choices, and I think that's been partly driven by the policies of the central bank, which have effectively said, okay, we are not going to keep lending to, unless the companies are willing to take steps to correct their capital structure.
Right.
And so you've seen a number of transactions there. Obviously, Indian investors have, the stronger Indian groups have been at the forefront of that. But you have also seen deals where foreign investors have come in and played a role in that. So I do see that trend continuing. I think the banks clearly are very serious about resolving the NPA problems, and clearly getting a strategic deal done is one very good way of doing that.
Do you see a new set of corporates emerging and having that aspiration? We've seen one pharma company go overseas and make a big bang announcement. Do we see that trend continuing? How are you seeing the corporate mindset?
I don't see 2005 to 10 coming back in a hurry in terms of big bang, acquisitions, but I do see India Inc. getting a lot more comfortable in looking back out, doing strategic acquisitions. So whether it's the larger groups or some of the mid-sized groups, both of these, at least the dialogues that we have with our clients today show that they're getting confident, to start looking back out again. So.
All right, hold your thought there. We'll slip into a short breather, but come back with more on how do we see 2017 panning out for the M&A street. Stay tuned.